The rules of attracting clients as a financial planner or a financial advisor has changed. How do I know that? Well, I'm going to be sharing with you some insights of what I've been doing for the last 5 years, helping financial planners and advisors scale to over $15,000 a month. Now, I know the rules have changed because still there are financial planners out there that are using old methods, methods such as cold calling, referrals, well, relying on referrals, going to networking meetings, doing the SEO, and really just doing the old thing that's going so slow. Now, those methods work. I'm not saying they don't work, but they just work very slow. And for a lot of financial planners, they struggled using those methods. And what ends up happening is because they've gone so slow, they don't have the monthly income, they can't support their lifestyle, and they go back working for someone else. In fact, I think there's a stat that I read the other day, which is around about 54% of financial planners within the first 3 years will go back working for someone because they haven't grown their business to where they thought it would be. So that's kind of scary numbers. But I'm not here to scare you, but I'm about to give you some hope and give you an exact strategy and the exact system that I've been using to help grow my business, but the same exact system for that my other financial planner and financial advisor clients are using to grow their business to over 15K a month. Now, for those that don't know me, my name is Lushen Govender. You hear a funny Aussie accent. I was born in South Africa, but I grew up in Australia for something like 30 odd years. So, yeah, that's just me. And now I live in Barcelona. But I've been working with financial advisors for the last 5 years, and I had to come up with a system that basically when I was here in Barcelona just after COVID on how to attract clients for myself. And once I knew it worked for me, I was able to implement this for the financial planning community and financial advising community over the last 5 years. And you've probably been told by a lot of marketing guys out there, agencies, etc., that what you need to do to grow your business is to run ads, create a website, get landing pages, run email sequences, have some fancy funnel, do some automation, and hey, the leads will come in and you start signing clients. Now, that's a really good strategy. But if you're doing less than 15K a month, you don't need that. I'll tell you why you don't need that. It's because it takes a lot of time, money, to run something like that, a lot of testing. And I think this is great from a marketing perspective and running the agency, like the marketing agency themselves. This is how they make the money, not just strategies, but they need to do the doing part, right? So they tell you to do all these things, but not necessarily going to help you out. It's helping them more than it's helping you. So let me share with you a very simple, easy way you can attract clients and start growing your business. And it's the exact same methods that my clients are using. And I'm going to share with you some case studies. One of our clients this year, so now we're in April 2025, one of our clients signed 17 clients for the first quarter of this year. Another client who's a career changer since October last year did $33,000 cash collected just for January, which is amazing. And one of our clients, and this is the exception, hit $65,000 for the month of March. Now, she's got a couple of people working for her, so that is the exception, but everything I'm sharing with you today will help you get to over 15K a month. What you need is to create something 15K a month. I say 15K a month is because that's the number most financial planners like to get to because one, it actually pays for that extra holiday you want to eat, that car, the upgrade. Maybe it's putting the kids to college and just paying a few extra bills and Medicare and all that sort of stuff. So 15K a month is a really good number to get to. And most people, just like I said, do not get there. And after 3 years, they basically go back working for someone. So let's get into it. I want to share with you the exact system. It's part of my community traffic method. It's a way of getting you to 15K a month. But before I do that, like I said, you've probably been told go to networking groups, build it, but you know it's slow. Run ads to landing pages and email sequences and funnels. But again, that just does not generate the leads you want. The system that I'm creating and sharing with you today is going to help you do it in a far quicker way. Because the key part of it is about conversations. The more conversations you have with people every day around how you're going to help them, then only will you start attracting clients. And when I say conversations, I'm talking about using your mobile phone to get yourself out there and start attracting leads rather than you chasing leads. All right. So let's get into my 4-part system and give you an insight into it. So I'm just going to share my screen. Bear with me. Okay, so this is the community traffic method. It's the entry level for our clients to come in on and do this. Now, I have a separate program for clients that are doing over 15K. They want to get to $30,000 a month, and that's the accelerator program, but we're not here to talk about that. But I want to give you an insight on the exact steps you need to take in order to get your business to the next level. So the first key part that I want to talk about is around value. Now, this is fundamentally what you need to focus on first. Before you produce another piece of content, before you do anything else, you need to go back and focus on value. Most financial planners and advisors cannot articulate the value they provide to their clients or their prospects, I should say. Now, how do you communicate value? Well, when I ask a lot of financial planners, they give me a shopping list of everything they will do for their clients. How is that different to other financial planners? It's not. And this is where they get stuck. It does not differentiate you from everyone else. So, what you need in order to differentiate yourself from other financial planners and advisors and to give your audience confidence that you can help them out is you need to create a blueprint to helping them achieve a result. And what I mean by a blueprint in my world is called a signature system. A blueprint is your process that you're going to help them go through to go from where they are today to where they want to be. Now, how do you do that? Well, I have a whole video on that if you want to check out my YouTube channel around that. But what you want to be doing is focusing on the exact steps that your clients will need to take in order to go from A to B, which is B being their destination. When you create the value, there's another thing you actually need. One is having the blueprint, but the second thing you need to start doing is focusing on your personal brand. Now, when I say your personal brand, do not focus on your company brand. And this is a mistake you make doing under 15K a month. Everyone goes, they create this great website, this logo, and they're going, hey, I need to promote this, but I've spent all this money and spent all this time on it. But here's the thing, focus on your personal brand. Every client that have gone through my program for the last 5 years, all I've done is focus on their personal brand because people buy you more than they buy the how, right? So it's the who more than the how. But the how is really important, right? So when you combine your personality and your personal branding, and your personal branding is everything from your beliefs, your values, your demographics, how you show up every day, sharing some insights into your life is super important to actually help connect with the right type of people. Now, like I said, value has two distinct things, your blueprint and your personal branding. Why? Because that gives you the credibility to get yourself out there. Now, just so you know, when you get this right and you know how to communicate your blueprint, it's going to give you the confidence you need to get yourself out there. No one else is going to be you. So you might as well create a system that's going to help get yourself out there, attract the right type of people, and build the business that you want and the lifestyle that you want. Next key thing is leads. So now you've got this blueprint, you need to get it out to the world. Now you can do normal organic content. Organic is great, or you can like go to networking meetings or anything like that. I don't encourage it. What I would like most and what my clients do is they run ads. Now, you're probably thinking, Lushan, I don't want to be spending a bunch of money on ads. You don't need to spend a lot of money. For $5 to even $10 a day, running an ads for even 3 to let's say 5 days a week is all you need. So small budgets can still give you the amount of clients you need to start engaging. The whole part of this is to get people to know you. When they know you for your system, which is your blueprint, and they get to see who you are in terms of your personal branding, they'll start connecting with you. And this is the key part of it. You've got your leads happening there. You've created now awareness through your running your ads. Now, just so you know, your ads don't have to be super complicated or anything like that. Just run the ads and get people to engage with you on social media. Now, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram run really good ad platforms, and best part of it is super easy to target the right type of audience. And running those ads these days is even easier than way before back in my day, like 5, 6 years ago. But now, within a few clicks, within like I think less than 5 minutes, you can have an ad up and going, right? Here, you don't want to send people to your landing page. You just want people into your world, which is your social media world, and that's the key part of it. You send them to your website, you're going to start losing them. Why? Because here and part of the system is to create conversations. You want to get people on social media so you can have a two-way conversation, right? No emails, no funnels, none of that stuff. Once you've got the awareness, we now need to build the community. So you got the awareness out there, they start liking, engaging with your posts, and now they're part of your world, which is your social media world. When they're part of your community, your goal there is to nurture that audience, to engage with them and to connect with them. You need to build connection. And the way to do that is there's three types of content pieces you'll want to be creating every week, if possible. Now, those content pieces could be one, short form content, long form content. Short form content in the forms of short 90-second videos is what I would recommend, or long form videos such as YouTube, like what you're on today and watching me today, is to give people a bit more of an insight. But you want to build connection with people. And there's three types of content pieces that I encourage you to run every week. One is a credibility post, which is this is giving people an insight into your blueprint and the system that you're using. The second type of content is the case study. So people have went through the system. How did they come about? Now, what was the result that they got? And this is now obviously you cannot mention people's names for different compliance reasons. But what you can talk about is the actual scenario that a client that came to you, what you did for them, and the results that they got. Now, some of your clients may share a picture of them on a boat or traveling to Paris or hey, Barcelona, and you can kind of share that in your post. And the third piece of content is what I call character content. This is getting people to connect with you as well. So your demographics, people have to align with it, right? Your values, people have to align with it. Your beliefs, people have to align with it so that you can work with them. I think if you have a disconnection with your values and beliefs, then there's no point working with that particular individual. And I'm very strong on that because I feel like the people that want to have more impact and have the freedom, have the lifestyle, and also build a financial income stream for them want to be working with me. So I want to do the same thing, right? So it's got to align together. Community, putting this post out there, like I said, three times a week is the key. If you're doing less than that, that's totally okay. It can be video form or it could be also in kind of images or just content form. But you want to be doing 2 to 3 posts a week and getting yourself out there. The next, what you want to be doing is having invitations. Now, invitations take someone who's engaging with you on, let's say, Instagram or Facebook and having a conversation in the DMs. You got to have specific content to get people into the DMs. Now, yes, in my program, I show you specifically the type of questions and the hand raising posts that you need to get people to engage with you. And that's a part of it that will get people going, oh, yes, I've got an issue. Lucien's highlighted that. Now, actually, I might get some help on that. And they start engaging with you, and then you're in a two-way conversation. And this can happen relatively quickly compared to some of the old systems like funnels and all those different things. An invitation post, you can have someone brand new within 24 hours engaging with you and also booking a call if you do it right. Now, the invitation is to do a couple of things. It's to build trust. When you're in conversations with them, you want to book them into a phone call. Like we call it a strategy session. You may call it a discovery call. But the whole part of it is to work out if they're the right fit for you and then book them in as maybe for a longer meeting and then as a client. But it all starts with that value part. If you do not have the blueprint to get yourself out there, you won't stand out from anyone else. You won't be able to communicate to the right people because you want to have the right audience that you want to be communicating to that attracts rather than you chasing them. And that's the key part of it with obviously your personality and your personal brand. And then, like I said, with leads and then using content in your community, this gets people warmed up and then inviting them into a phone call to help book them in. This is the 15K system. You don't need funnels. You don't need um, email sequences. You don't need landing pages. You just need your mobile phone to help have two-way conversations with people. And I think this is the biggest issue that I see with most financial planners and advisors. So that's the system that I've created. Our clients are using it, and I'm going to give you, a little bit more insight into this. So if you're doing less than $15,000 a month, and you just don't have, I guess, confidence to get yourself out there, then this is the right program for you. Because part of our program is to give you the confidence to build that blueprint, get yourself out there, and we're going to help you with, creating content, getting in front of the camera. There's frameworks, there's scripts, there's hooks that you'll basically be copying and using. And these are the exact systems that my clients are using in order to grow the business to the next level. I mean, you probably got it to maybe 8,000, 10,000 a month right now, which is totally okay. But if you want to go to over 15K, then you're going to require different type of thinking and different type of belief structure to go beyond 15K. That requires skills, requires some knowledge and some experience, and also having other people believe in you to help you help get those goals. If you want help with this, just comment the word community, and I can send you out our community traffic method program. It'll give you an insight into a system that is far easier, quicker, and just better in terms of attracting the right type of people into your world. Hey, thanks so much for sticking around and for sharing my content. I really appreciate it. And please do give us a follow and subscribe to us. Take care for now. Bye.